What up, what up, what up? It's Michelle Eldridge. Welcome to another Facebook Live. How are you? I hope you're having a fantastic day. What is the weather where you are? It is rainy here. I am already missing that beautiful sunshine. We had it on Sunday and Monday, and I wish it was back. So tell me the weather where you are. I want to get FOMO. Or no, it's not fear of missing out. I want to be jealous. Give me some jealousy. Throw me the weather where you're at. Hi, guys. Hey, Tara, Kelly, Kayla. What's up? I feel real thuggish right now. Hi, Sarah. I'm going to throw some waves. Hi, you guys. Hope you're having a great day. I hope that you're ready to see my face for the next, 12 days after today. Hi. Hey, Jenny. What's up, Rockstar? Sunny. Well, I've always said I need to be closer to you, so maybe that's a sign. Who knows? Anyway, so as you read by the title, we're going to be talking about, these things could be exactly why you don't implement what you learn. And if you read the title and just simply read the title and got defensive or wanted to defend yourself or, felt that resistance, wanted to attack me instantly just for the title, this probably is for you more than anyone. Doesn't mean you're going to agree. It doesn't mean that you're going to like me after this. But if there's one thing that I've learned from Ray Higdon is that you tell the truth even when it's hard. And this is something that I've learned myself, and I can now share it with you. So I'm happy to be able to do that. So whether you like it or not, I'm going to share it with you. And if you enjoy it, awesome. Feel free to share this at any time. I do feel like a lot of people need to know this because especially if you have a home-based business or trying something new, or maybe you've not tried anything new in a long time, there's probably a lot of people that can benefit. So here we go. What up, Katie? Oh, it's not raining there either? Jeez, I feel like... Okay, well, let's get off the rain. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Marilyn. Hi. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start with one piece of each little puzzle, okay? Because that's the only way to do this and for it to make sense and touch all that it needs to touch, okay? So first, we're going to talk about the people who are doing the same thing. So, but you're unhappy, or you voice that you're unhappy with your current situation. Maybe you need more money. Maybe you, something, but you voiced, I need this, or I wish this, right? But you've not changed anything really in your routine or your life in a long time, or quite some time. You've just been doing the same things, going through the same, kind of thing, but you don't really like your situation. And I am specifically meaning things that you can control, okay? So let's talk about it. Some of those things that you may think you can't control, you in fact can. What happens is we get comfortable being uncomfortable, okay? And that sucks. It sucks because as humans, what do? When we fear something, we typically back up. We typically, get distance, right? And we fear the unknown. We fear the unknown. And that's what it is. Something different, something that might help you financially, or, applying for that loan for that house. It might give you, it might work out, but you're so afraid of that other change. Or maybe it's a completely different scenario. Maybe you have an abusive spouse, whether it's emotional or physical, but you know that even though it sucks, you're used to it and you just won't do anything about it to change it, but you voice that it sucks. You maybe journal that it sucks or that you want different, but you're doing nothing about it. And it's because you're comfortable being uncomfortable. It just doesn't hurt bad enough yet. Because you're allowing that fear, if this is you, then you're allowing that fear of what you don't know decide your life. And since this isn't a test run kind of deal, right? Like, you only get one of these, right? It's probably not the best idea to be playing around with the one life you've got, okay? So if there's something that you're like, okay, why am I just not going for it? Why can't I just not try? I should just try. It's not going to kill me. What's the worst case scenario? Right? And in some of the domestic violence situations, I know that it is possible that it could kill you, right? 100%, I understand that, and I completely empathize with that, but there are things in place, even in the tiniest town like Sneedville, to help with that. So reach out and get that help if that's the situation, but most situations, it's not that deep. It's, I want more money for this, or I wish we could go on vacation, but I don't have the money. I don't have the extra money, but you could, but you're not doing something about it, right? You choose to just not have those family vacations, or not have that girl day, or time alone, or get your nails done, or whatever it is. It's just not uncomfortable enough, right? It's just not, or you would be doing it. And so we're going to slide on into something else, but I want you to understand this also pertains to this first group, and I will tie it in just a moment. So what if you're in the group, though, who you're like, okay, I'm going to make a change. I'm doing it. I am going to do something, and you're doing that thing. You jumped in. You didn't know actually what was going to happen, but you're like, okay, so now I'm going to learn how to do this thing. And I'm going to learn how to do it right. And I'm going to learn and learn and learn. And I'm busy because I'm learning, and I'm busy because I'm learning, but you're actually doing nothing. You're not using what you've learned. You're not implementing anything of what you've learned. You're not actually... You're wasting your time. And again, this isn't a test run. This is a one-time deal. So all the time you're wasting by justifying that learning that you're doing all hours of the day, it's really just wasting your time. Why do you do that though? Why don't you just follow directions? Why? Right? You read a book about something, it says do this. You get a manual to something, it says do this. You have a coach or a trainer, whether it's fitness, whether it's home business, whether it's whatever, they suggest something to you, and typically you're following or reading that book or, whatever, taking this advice because they've done something you ain't yet. Right? So you're following them for a reason, but you're still not listening. Like, you hear it, but it's not translating. It's coming out the other side of your ear. It's like, burp. It's not actually getting in here and then getting in here, right? Because if it doesn't get to this point, again, it's a waste. But why? Why is it? Why is it? Here's why it is. Are you ready for the big blow your mind? Are you ready? And this is for you perfectionists too. All the people who want to be perfect before they do stuff. Hello, I'm talking to you too. Because it's really just procrastination. You're really just putting off the things. It's not you want to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. It's not possible to be perfect. We all logically understand that, right? So when you say I'm a perfectionist, or I'm learning, or I'm uncomfortable but not that bad, right? You're pretty much just wasting time. Here's what you need to be working on for realsies. You ready? Write this down. You need to be working on this. You need to be working on this in here. For real. That's it. That's what you actually need to be working on. Because if you're in business, fitness, eating healthier, meal prepping, if you are, or learning business, I should say, whether it's a home business, an actual business, if you're learning how to, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Most likely, you know how to do it. Most likely, you know how to do it. If you're in that domestic violence situation, you know you can Google that help and get it, right? You do. But you're not taking that, like they're saying, here's the help, call me if you need it, and you're not taking that action to actually get the help, right? So this all comes down to what's in here, in here, in here, in here. It's that I'm not enoughness. It's that feeling of I'm not worthy of anything any different. That's cool for them, but it's not for me. And you may not even consciously say this to yourself, which is even scarier. Because if you're not aware of it, you can't fix it. Which is why what I hope to help you do right now is to become aware of it. Every time you quit that, when you're working out and you're working out and you're working out and you quit on yourself, every time you take a run at your business and then you fall off the face of the earth, you're quitting on yourself. Every time you get ready and pack your stuff and you're going to leave whomever or whatever the situation is, and you don't, you're quitting on yourself every time. And it's that I'm not enough in here. Hold on one second and I'll get you some more. It's that I'm not enoughness. Rebecca's on here and she sent me this necklace. She recognizes that it's something that I work on. I have to work on it every day. She sent me a necklace that literally says I'm enough, and I wear it every day. I read it every day. It's something that I've had to learn, take action on. Learn, take action on. And there's still plenty of days where, especially in the past, way more then than now, that come up that I'm just like, how did I get to this point? Who the hell am I? I am nobody special. But I have people looking up to me. I have people listening to my suggestions. I have people who value me and my opinion, my advice. And I think to myself, I'm not special. But here is what makes me different. Is I didn't require that belief in me before I implemented what I learned. Because for me, it doesn't make sense, right? Like you can do the affirmations. I'm so happy and grateful that I am whatever. I'm worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. And it is powerful when you say it. It's powerful in that moment. I am motivated. I'm inspired. It's powerful in that moment, but that moment goes away. It goes away. And then you don't believe it anymore. And then you're back at square one. You're like, I don't believe in me. I am not enough. And there's probably plenty of people around you, whether it's on purpose or because they don't know enough in here or they just don't care, but they're sending you those signals that you're not enough and you're not good enough. And you're sinking it in and it's going in and it's building that belief. And this has happened probably your whole life, right? This has probably been things that built up your whole life. And now it's just a part of you. And you think that you can't get past that, but you actually can. But it doesn't come before. Like, you don't lose 100 pounds by believing in yourself before you lost it. It's not real. That's not the case. You're not gonna. Most likely you don't at that point. When you start a home-based business, when you jump in face first and know nothing, you don't believe in yourself, but you just know you need something, right? When you try to meal prep or you need to leave that person that's abusing you in some way or whatever example, right? Any kind of I need to fix this in my life or I don't like this part of my life that you want to put in this example, it all comes down to at the beginning of it, you don't really got that I believe I can do this vibe. It doesn't stay. The motivation doesn't stay. The inspiration doesn't stay. And it's not gonna. spin your wheels and spin your wheels and spin your wheels in the learning mode, or I'm getting ready mode, I'm still preparing mode, I'm learning all the things mode for days and days and years until you're in the nursing home and there's some nice nurse asking you, what's your biggest regret? And it will be every freaking time that you didn't do the things that you wanted to do. Right? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants, I'm going to cry. What? No. Nobody wants to be that person, but it's so many people's reality. So here's what you do to fix it, okay? For the time being, this is what you do to fix it, okay? First of all, you need to ask yourself just how bad it is you want. Whatever it is you say you want to change, fix, do, whether it's extra money, it's this, it's that, whatever. You want to learn something new, play the piano, sing, go on a diet, lose weight, get in the gym, whatever it is. Learn makeup, I don't care what it is. Decide if you actually want that thing. Dig deep into yourself, for real, and say, do I actually need and or want this? For real, do I? Do I? Because saying, like me, I smoke. A lot of you don't know, some of you do, but I smoke. That would be like me smoking cigarettes and going, I need to quit. I need to quit. Right? Like, duh, that's so stupid. It's not congruent. It's not congruent. So if you don't actually want to do it, it's going to help you so much just to stop complaining about it. Or just stop saying that needs fixed. Or you need to do that. Or you want to quit. Or you want to change this. Just stop. If you don't actually want it, if you just stop saying those things, it's going to help you so much. It's going to help you so much. Because it's just not congruent. But what happens if you actually do want it? You do need it. You crave that change. You want something different. You don't know that it can be you. You don't know if you can do what that other person did, or it's already been done once, but it's not been done by you. Okay? And there's nothing that's going to stop you except you and what's in here. Okay? But you have to accept right now in this moment. If you're one of those people who feel like, I am not enough. I do not have that belief in myself. I am not one of those people who get XYZ thing, or do XYZ thing, or try XYZ thing, or do well in blah. You understand what I'm saying, okay? You have to accept that that's your thoughts right now. But if you just take the first step and do, not think, not write, not unless writing is something you're trying to learn, okay? In that case, write. But not anything but an activity for towards that thing. If you want to buy a house and you're broke, your next paycheck, you need to create a bank account and put $50 in it. $50 in it a month. At least you took a step towards it. At least you're taking a step towards it, even if you don't believe that you can actually do it right now. Because what will happen is you'll put 50 in this month. Next month, maybe you got 100. Maybe you get an income tax return and you put it all in there. And then over time, what have you got? Thousands and thousands of dollars, right? And then, oh my God, that's the result you wanted. Is to have that down payment for that house. And now you've got it. And at the beginning, of course you didn't believe you could do it. You're pretty broke. But you started. You started and you did it. You took that first step. And then you did the second step. And as the money began to grow in the account, you got that belief. You started to gain that belief little by little by little until you freaking did it. And now you get to own it and say, I did that. Nobody can take that from you. And nobody can tell you you're not enough, you're not good enough, you don't deserve that, you can't do that. But you're the one who gets to decide that. So even if you're like, that's not me right now, that's okay. Take the first step. Whatever it is. If it's, I want to make extra money, I've been looking at somebody's business, I've been leading them on for back and forth, not making a decision because I'm afraid to spend $100 or $200, whatever it is. Or maybe it's, that same thing with the bank. I want to start a fund. Here it is. Start it. I want to go to the gym. The first step would be buy a freaking membership and show up the first day. It doesn't mean you need to work out for 10 hours that first day. No. Even 10 minutes is a step. You want to start meal prepping? Right? Say that's something you want to do. Terrific. Start with 3 days. You don't have to start for the full week. Start for 2 days, 3 days. Just start. You don't believe that you're going to keep up with it maybe right now. You don't know if you will, but you'll never know if you don't try. So if this is actually something you want, you got to take those first steps. And as you take the first step, and then you take the second step, and then you're learning as you go, sure. But you're learning versus your action. Your action should be up here, and you're learning like right down here, okay? Learn, act, learn, act, learn, act. It can't be learn. It can't. It doesn't work that way, right? So as you take these steps, so let me plant my scenario for you. Okay? Here's me. I started a business. My belief was way down here, but I wanted it. I wanted something different for my kids. I didn't think I could do it. I didn't have Instagram. I didn't have friends. I didn't have anything. I didn't even have a car. I didn't have no money. But I figured out the first freaking step. And I did it. I pushed that freaking live button and I said, I suck. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it. And then I got I found rate makers and stuff happened, and Ray told me something to do every day, and I did it. And I still didn't believe in me, but I was doing it anyway. And I did it every day. And within 45 days, my whole business had changed because I chose to do it when I didn't believe. I chose to follow directions instead of just learn. Let that I'm not good enough beat my ass. I wanted change and I wanted it bad enough. That's what you ultimately have to decide. Don't wait on the belief to come, because guess what? When I got all those recruits and all those sales, guess what I got? Those first big results. I got some belief. I got some belief in what I was learning, the person I was learning from, and where I was going. And it just made me believe that if I could, anybody could. And so that belief grew over time because what did I do? I continued to show up. Am I perfect? No. Not a chance. But do I have belief? Is there times that I wanted to quit? 100%. 100%. I told this story a million times. February 2018, I was like, let's say September, October, November, December, January, February. 5 months in, I wanted to quit. Guess what? I didn't quit. I still didn't believe in me, but I didn't quit. And the next month's when I found Rank Makers and Ray and Jess. The next month after that, Ray asked me to speak on his stage on a panel for the very first time. You can't quit on yourself when shit gets hard. It's going to suck when you first start. You're not going to know. Whether it's your first time sweating in years. Maybe you just want to work on you and your goal is to read your first book since high school. That's one hell of a goal and you can do it. You don't have to believe that you're going to get it done. You just got to start. Start with 1 page, 2 pages. But as you go and you see the chapters flow over, you're going to look at the book that you've already finished. So much of it you've already done. And you're going to be able to say, I believe I can do this. I'm doing this. Wow. I'm doing this. That's how I feel every day. I'm still shocked that this is my life. I'm still shocked that the cycle really does end with me. That it doesn't go any further than that. Did I think that that was something that was going to happen when I started? Did I believe that I've got this? Woo! No. In fact, when I first got in Rank Makers, when I watched the Ray Daly videos and Ray gave an action step on what to do to grow our businesses the right way, he gives one little step a day, takes about 15 minutes. I literally was following the directions to prove that it didn't work. Turns out it did, even for somebody who didn't think it does. Even for somebody like me. So if you've never lost 100 pounds, even 10, and that's your goal, if you've never ate healthy in your life, but that's your goal, take the first step. Buy one healthy thing. Do that 5 minutes of workout, whatever it is. But as you go, that belief will come. The people that tell you you got to believe in yourself before you can do the stuff are so wrong. You need belief in what you do. And I had that. I could see plenty of people who done what I wanted to do. I just wasn't sure that I could do it. In fact, I thought there's no way in hell somebody like me could do what I do. And that's when I was full time. Now I work almost 60 hours a week every single week, and I'm still going up, baby. And you know why? Because I'm still doing the things. They're not perfect. I hadn't done a live on my profile in 2 weeks. But I'm here. I've never stopped showing up in my stories and in my private stuff and whatever. I've never stopped following up. I've never stopped sending messages and asking people if they're open. I don't care what, because it's a priority for me. It's something that I actually want. I really want it. So I make time for it. I spend about an hour a day on my makeup business. About an hour a day. 15 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes-ish in the morning or so, 15 minutes-ish throughout the day, and then probably another 15 minutes right before I go to bed. That's enough. I'm still taking the steps. So if you go to the gym, you want to work out, you got your membership, you go, you're there 5 minutes at a time every time you go, and you make a decision to go 2-3 times a week, and you're only there for 5 minutes, you're taking the steps. Good for you. Good for you. If you can't afford a gym membership and you want to work out, you want to get fit, there's an app. It's called 7-Minute Workout app. Download it. Do it from home. You don't need anything else. Take the step. Download the app. Do the first one. And commit to, you know what, today I'm going to do, and this is just like Narcotics Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous. For today, I'm going to commit that I'm taking this step. I don't know if I'll take another step tomorrow, but today I'm committed to this step. Whether it's small or big in anyone else's eyes but my own, I'm taking a step. Even if I believe I don't believe I can do it right now. I don't believe I'm worthy of it right now. I don't believe I'm good enough right now. I'm still going to take the step. And then tomorrow, same thing. Wake up and decide. I am committed to taking a step today. I don't know if I'll feel the same way tomorrow. I don't know if I'll take another step tomorrow, but today I'm going to take a step and do that every day. And if you do that every day versus stay in your learning zone or your zone of nothing stuckness, you will get that belief, because as you do, the results will come. But you can't think you can do one step and then it'll magically fall from the sky. It doesn't work like that. You've got to consistently take steps. You have to. But if you want the thing you say you do, if you've decided, at the beginning of this, we talked about it, decide if it's something that you actually want. And if your answer was, yes, I really want it, then great. Because that means you'll have no problem taking one step a day. Because one step a day is enough. It's enough to get you where you want to go. You just have to want it bad enough. want it. I think Nicola Smith Jackson said this, and I've took it to heart ever since I heard Ray talking about her saying it. He said it was, what are you going to tell your kids? That you were too scared? That you were worried about what somebody else was going to think about you? That what? You wanted to watch TV instead? Like, what are you going to say? And you may not have kids, but it all goes back to, do you want to be that person who's telling a young person, don't have any regrets because I regret not doing XYZ or trying XYZ or whatever. I don't want that for you. We only get to live one time. One time is all we got. I want you to get out of that stuck place. I want you to have fun. I want you to live. Trust me, I know what solely, merely existing feels like. And it's not great. I don't want anyone to feel like that, ever. And I know it happens more often than not. But I love you guys, and I want the best for you. So hopefully that's helpful. If there's something that you're doing and that, like, tomorrow you take your first step, or you take your first step that you took in a while, like you pick back up something, I want you to tell me. Message me and let me know. Let me know in a message what it is that you started back doing, or what your step is going to be. Okay? And if you need tips on how to manage your time, maybe you work full time or something like that, send me a message. I will send you my best time saving tips. I've done a video around it, but to condense time and just send you the whole list, I can do that. Just send me a message. But I've kept you guys long enough. So the point here is you're not going to believe at the beginning, most likely. But that belief will come if you do. You don't believe first. It doesn't make sense to have belief first in something you've never done. It doesn't make sense, right? And if you require belief to do it, you're never gonna. You're just not, okay? So you can do this. I'm rooting for you, whatever this is in your world. You're enough. You are worthy, my friends. You can do this. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow.